Hello everybody, Jake here. Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel if you're new. We're here with another episode of Lille Legends, and today this could potentially be the last episode of the first season of Lille Legends. It could be the second to last. It all depends on how well today's match goes. We are in the semi-final, the second leg of the Europa League against Manchester City. So of course if we lose, we're out and there isn't much to show after that, because I'll explain why in a minute. And if we win, of course, we'll have the final to show. So hopefully we do get the win so we can pick up a major trophy in our first season here with Lille. Before we get into today's video, last video I asked you guys to comment Jonathan down below, just something random to hopefully help the YouTube algorithm boost the video a bit and show it to more people. And you guys smashed it, so thank you for that. And the videos are still doing very well. We're going to aim again for 40 likes on today's video, and let's comment. Here we go. If you can't think of anything to comment Aaron Martin, or just let's comment Martin down below if you want to. Although as always, if you do have something else to contribute, if you want to talk about the video, anything in general, I'm always here just to interact with you guys in the comments. I love doing it, and because of that we do have a Discord link in the description where you guys can join if you want. We just have more regular chats on there about real life football and anything from Football Manager tips to basically showing off our saves and our wonder kids. So if you want to check that out, feel free to have a look in the description. And finally, if you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because I'm not regular with these uploads at the minute. So if you do have that bell on, at least you'll know when I do upload. So that being said, we can actually talk about what today's video is about. We're not doing as well as we once were. We once looked like we were going to be close challengers to PSG, maybe not expecting to topple them, but expecting to be up there with them. Now we're very much just the second best team in France. We're nowhere near them really. We've completely fell apart in the second half of the season, despite beating PSG both times we played them comfortably. But I'll show you the schedule now so you can see how we did. You last saw us when we beat PSG 4-0 and everything looked rosy, and for about a month after that we looked very good. I was contemplating showing Napoli in the Europa League, but it was so soon after the PSG game that I just played it, and we won. It was a tough match in the home leg, at least. 5-4 the game was, Victor Osimhen scoring a hat-trick against his old club. But other than that, we were doing really well. We're drawing the league but wins everywhere else, smashing it. All of a sudden things started to go wrong, however. We did manage to sneak past Arsenal in the quarterfinals of the Europa League, which is great and means we're still in it and means we've got something to show today. But everything other than that, the league has been pretty much a failure since then. PSG haven't stopped winning and we are losing games against teams that we should be considering to be much better than. And the reason that is happening is, in my opinion, the squad is not good enough. I don't mean the first 11 isn't good enough. I think the first 11 would usually beat these teams, and we proved that in the first half of the season. But as some injuries have came up, players have started to get leggy alongside the Europa League matches. We don't have the squad depth to rotate, and it is causing issues when we do bring them rotation players on, because they're just not good enough. So we're definitely going to have a big summer ahead of us, despite the fact that they only gave me £10 million to spend this summer. So I'm going to have to sort that out and fiddle with it, maybe sell some players off, which I think is a definite in this case. To bring some money in and rebuild the team now, maybe that will mean we will have to sell one of the bigger players. That will probably be next video, because I'm going to assume we'll lose to Man City today. If it's not, it will of course be the first episode of next season where we talk about transfers and have our first match. I think maybe if, let's say, a £50–60 million bid came in for Renato Sanchez, as much as I love the guy and as much as I love the players in the team that I want to keep around, if that money is going to boost the whole club, it might be something we'll have to do at least at the start, when we're probably going to have to be a selling club to build up the team we want here. But you will notice in the Europa League Semi Final we drew 1-1 to Man City away, which is a great result because it keeps us in the tie. And Manchester City are actually first in the Premier League, and usually the Premier League is very heavily contested. They're kind of smashing it right now, way ahead of Man U with a game in hand, kind of what they're doing in real life too. So Man City, if we can get past them, we'll be doing very well. I don't know how they got knocked out of the Champions League, but we are here, and if we beat them, I would actually suggest the final could be winnable. It looks like it's pretty much guaranteed to be Porto. It's an all-Portuguese semi-final in the other match, Porto playing Benfica. Like I say, Porto look like they're going through, so if we do get through, we can potentially win the Europa League in our first season. And even though we have already qualified for the Champions League next season, it would be nice to win the Europa League to put us into pot 1 of the Champions League draw, so hopefully we can get into the knockout stages, which is where all the money will really come into the club, and that's when we'll have some money to spend on transfers. With that being said, there's not much more to say, so I'm going to show you the teams for today's match, and it is Mike Magnan in goal, with Selic, Ahmedhodzic, Font and Aaron Martin. Our full back line is all back fit now, which is great. Sanchez, Sumare, Bamba, Almada, Akone and Arezzo. You might be wondering what's going on here. Well, you'll notice that the bad run of form we've had has coincided not just with a injury to Yatshi, who is our attacking midfielder, and that's why Almada is in, but the one that annoys me the most is Jonathan David. You can see he is back here, but he has been on international duty for a good 2–3 months with Canada. I don't know what for. Arezzo's had to play up front, and as much as I like the guy, he's still only 18. He's not really good enough just yet. Scoring a few goals for us though, but overall he's not really ready for this kind of game. But we're having to put two of the wonder kids that we've signed this season, Almada and Arezzo, straight into the first team when I wouldn't really consider them ready. So who knows how it's going to go. It's a big test for them here against Manchester City. We're going to try and hang on to that away goal, see what happens. We're not going to change the way we play because that's not how I do things. We're just going to go for it and hopefully get the win. So let's get into today's match and see how it goes. Okay, and we are off here in the game again. Probably not my ideal team. Everywhere other than the advanced line probably is what I'd want. So the defence in the midfield hopefully will do a good job. Hold on. Arezzo scored after 18 seconds. I've just been talking about how I didn't really want to play a guy like him in a big game like this. We've been forced to do it. Jonathan David isn't fit. I was doing the intro to the video. I don't think we were going to score here. Almada, who is one of the other players who I didn't want, played it to Martin. A great ball from him, and Arezzo brilliantly took it around the keeper and finished with a single touch. What a finish it is from that man. He might be the future of this team up front. What a goal that is, and we are 1-0 up. And a Europa League final could be on the horizon for us right now. Obviously, that goal doesn't mean much if Manchester City score, because it will basically just mean we're even. But the fact that we've got off to such a good start is only a good thing, and we are going to praise the players for that. This will be huge if we win the Europa League first year. I know people say this year Football Manager is easier, especially when you get to these European matches. I heard Leluja mention it, that pretty much in every away tie, even if in this example, for example, Manchester City are of course the bigger team here, but they tend to sit back in the away ties of Champions League games, which isn't really representative of what happens in real life, particularly in a mismatch like this. Usually Man City will go flying forward, and they are doing something like that here with Aguero, although we do intercept it, but we give it them straight back. So this could potentially, it's gone on long enough that it might be a Manchester City chance, unless we get a quick breakaway. And it is Aguero. I believe it was Foden who scored for them in the last leg. I could be wrong there, but here is Bernardo Silva. They've got a star-studded team, Manchester City, and Aaron Martin, who set up the first goal, has given away a penalty here. To me, that wasn't a penalty, but it is going to be one because I know how Football Manager works now. He's ran over to the box. That means it's being given. This is probably a good time. Actually, no, it's not a good time just yet. Let's watch the penalty first and see if Magnan can basically keep us in the Europa League here. De Bruyne steps up. Oh, he was so close to saving it. But of course, De Bruyne is probably the best midfielder in Football Manager, in the world, probably in real life too. People might debate that. He's not in great form at the minute. But he's definitely up there with the best, and I don't think anyone will really deny that. A good penalty from De Bruyne there. And 30 minutes in, we're pretty much even now. The away goal doesn't mean anything. Of course, if we let Man City score again now, we are struggling because we're going to have to score 2 to go through in the match. So we've got to hope that we play quite well defensively, and I'm not sure that we're going to be able to hang on for that long against a team this good. Their team is amazing. We'd have every single one of their players in our lineup if we could. But we're at half time right now, and if it stays like this, we'll be in extra time, and that's good enough in my case because Manchester City are, of course, the way better team here. I haven't had time to say it yet, but a big thank you to you guys for all the support on the series so far. Every time I make an episode, of course, with these series, that's how it tends to work, where as the episodes go on, you get less likes, less views. But you guys have been smashing it, even though we have been slowly decreasing the amount of watches on the videos. It doesn't matter to me because you guys have been supporting this series so much, and when you do watch it, you seem to really enjoy it. And we're still hitting crazy numbers for me on this kind of series. So thank you guys for that. Keep smashing the likes. Comment down below if you are enjoying the match. And Ikone! Oh, don't tell me he's offside. What a finish that was. Oh, he's given them a penalty and now he's disallowed that. That is disgraceful from the referee. But yeah, just a massive thank you for all the support that you are showing on the series so far, because it does just make me want to make more. And I've said it every episode. I've said it every episode of any video I've ever made, but I'm always going to, because each time I make a video, it's like we're hitting a new subscriber target, a new like target, because we just keep smashing it. So yeah, Ahmed Hozic has just came very close from a corner there, which we really would have liked as we head into 60 minutes now, because realistically, if Man City do score, we're not scoring 2 in this time. But if we can get a few goals now, it might mean that if Man City do eventually get one, don't say that's offside again. Bamba to Ikone has happened twice, and the referee's going to disallow this one as well, isn't he? I can't believe this. We should be through into the final already if he just wasn't that inch offside every time. It might be time for substitutes in a minute, to be honest, but I don't really want to change much right now, particularly anywhere other than the forward lines, because we are doing pretty well both defensively and offensively, even winning on XG, which I wouldn't have expected. They dominated us in the first leg, to be honest, Manchester City. So this is very good. This is a good time as any to say that if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, we are trying to hit 1,550. But if we've already reached that mark, then 1,600 will be the next goal. So if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. And as I say that, I think Manchester City are about to score, aren't they? Mahrez, De Bruyne, Kyle Walker. It's going to happen, or we're giving away another penalty. Don't say we're going to. Ikone, good tackle actually. Who knows? We could break here. Almada, the young attacking midfielder, finds Ikone. Arezzo again. Can he get another one? He's been tackled, but the ball's fell to Samare. Bamba over the bar, but we're still in it. At least that wasn't a Manchester City goal. It looked for a second like it was definitely going to be one. And we're going to have to make some changes in a sec, but let's just wait to see what we do here. And Jose Font, someone commented the other day about how I always say how old this guy is, but he's about 37, 38. His name is 38-year-old Jose Font, and he's gone and scored a huge goal for us here that has put us in the lead and will actually mean I completely didn't realise that. We were going to be winning it. We're going to be going straight through because Manchester City haven't scored yet. Font, what an absolutely amazing goal that is. How important that was, I didn't even realise. Definitely going to have to make some changes now, maybe even just to waste a bit of time. But I think we get 5 substitutions in the Europa League, so it might be worth just using a few of them now and saving a few for later on. This is going to be a huge result if it does happen. Renato Sanchez can come off for Sheka. He's been alright when he's came on recently. Almada is pretty tired out there, although he is playing very well, so we're going to keep him on. Ikone, even though it says he has a low rating, has scored a few offside goals, so I'm going to keep him on. Selic is having a poor game at the back there, so we'll bring on Valencia, and we'll just use the 2 for now, and we'll still have some more later on if we need them, and this is as good time as any to pray to our Lord, Danny Drinkwater, and hope that he gives us the support that we do need. He's got a signed photo on the wall. Hopefully that's enough to take us through these next 5 minutes and into Europa League final, which will be very winnable. Maybe next season for a bit more luck we'll actually have to buy Danny Drinkwater and bring him into the team. Who knows, but we're just going to make these 2 substitutions for now and see how it gets on in the match. Of course, if Manchester City do score now, we're pretty much going to be out, but I can't fault the performance from our boys today. We've absolutely dominated in terms of chances created. We've had 2 offside goals, which if they'd been onside, we would have been storming it in terms of the scoreline, and we'd have a much higher XG and everything, so I'm not going to complain there. It's a risk right now just in case they score, so I'm not going to bring off Aaron Martin. I'm not going to touch anything. 2 minutes left, 1 minute left. Have we done it? Have we knocked Manchester City out of the Europa League? I think we've done it. We have. Manchester City are out. Lille are through to the final. We're in the final. Congratulations to the boys. Do the little team talk thing. Let's move on and see what happened in the other match. We can see that Porto did make it through, although they lost 2-0 and only just scraped through past Benfica. They are of course first in the Portuguese Premier Division, and their squad is a pretty good one, but you know what, I think that's in the winnable match. If we've knocked out Arsenal and top of the Premier League Manchester City, it's going to be a good one. So the next episode will be the last one of this series. There's nothing to play for in the league. We're pretty much going to get second and we're nowhere near getting first. Already qualified for the Champions League next season, but as I did say, first seed will be very useful for us. So if we can win the Europa League just to get a nice trophy, build the confidence around the club, build the club reputation, build my reputation as a manager here at Lille, that'll be awesome. So yeah, that'll be the next episode, the final game of the season. We'll know how we did overall in the league in terms of points totals and all that stuff. And hopefully everyone is back fit in time for that Porto game so we can win the Europa League and bring it home in the first season. We're probably never going to be in the Europa League again. So if we can win it now, then it's another trophy ticked off a list that we can win here at Lille. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, smash the like button, comment down below. I think if any game deserves it, this one does. Smash the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.